Are you going through something really big right now and it feels so heavy? If that's the case, then today's name is for you. Today we'll be discussing Allah's beautiful name, As-Samad, the eternal refuge. But before we start with this beautiful name, why is it that we're learning Allah's names? Because to know Him is to love Him. How can we claim we love someone we don't know? And so each day of Ramadan, we'll be discovering one beautiful name of Allah, because once we know Him, we can't help but fall in love with Him. And as a result of falling in love with Him, we'll start to show up differently in our life. We'll start to worship Him as though we can see Him. And ta'bud Allah ka'annaka tara, which is the level of ihsan. Bismillah, let's begin. In order to understand this beautiful name, As-Samad, let's look at Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam had to run away from his homeland. He had nothing on his back, nothing with him, and he had to run for his life. Think about how scary that is and how lonely that must be, to feel like you've got nobody else around you and you have no sense of direction of where to go. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired him to go to Madian, towards the city of Madian. And there he saw a bunch of farmers with their animals, giving their animals some water, except for two women who were holding their animals back. Animals really wanted to go down and drink, but they were holding their animals back. Musa alayhi salam found that really strange. So he goes up to these women. He's like, what's your problem? Like, why are you doing this? They said, we want to feed our animals, but the men are there, but we're waiting for the men to finish. And we have to do this because our father's an old man. So Musa alayhi salam, without even thinking, without even questioning, he just literally takes their animals and takes them down to drink. And then he returns their animals back to him. And then he goes and sits underneath the shade. And what's so beautiful in that moment, Musa alayhi salam says a beautiful dua. He says,
فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير
Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min khayrin faqir. Ya Allah, whatever good you send down upon me, I'm in desperate need of it. What does this go to show? That Musa alayhi salam was in such a hard situation. Maybe you're going through a really difficult test right now where you just need any good news, any sense of relief. Ya Allah, just one beautiful message to tell me it's going to be okay. Say this beautiful dua. Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min khayrin faqir. Musa alayhi salam depended upon As-Samad, the one that we seek refuge in times of hardship, the one that we run to when things are really hard. This beautiful name, As-Samad. What happens next is that one of the ladies comes back to him and he says, my father is calling you to come and meet him. Subhanallah, he was offered a marriage proposal, he was offered a job, and he was offered a place to live. Subhanallah, Allah As-Samad took really a lot of care of Musa alayhi salam. So if you're going through a really difficult test right now, run to Allah As-Samad. Where do we hear this beautiful name As-Samad in the Quran? We hear it in Surah Al-Ikhlas.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد.
But what's so beautiful about this surah, although it's small, it's considered 1/3 of the Quran. So incredible if we think about that. This beautiful surah has such a weight to it. Allah's beautiful name As-Samad is in this beautiful surah. And He couples His name As-Samad with Al-Ahad. The one is Ahad, As-Samad, the one that we run to in terms of hardship. What does that go to show? Who else are we going to run to when things are hard? No one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's such a beautiful name that gives us so much comfort that He is the one that we run to. He is the one that we seek. This beautiful name also means the one that everyone needs, but the one that doesn't need anyone. Allah does not need us. Allah doesn't need our worship, our fasting, our dua. He doesn't need any of that. We're the ones that are in so desperate need of Him. Not just us, but think about the trees and the animals and the plants and the insects and everything around us is in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nothing can function without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, including ourselves. Do you think that you are making your heart beat? Do you think that you are inflating your lungs with air? Do you think that you're allowing your eyes to see? All of that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are in so much need of Him. And the other meaning of this beautiful name is the one whose house that has a door that's been knocked on Allah. What does that go to show? It's the one that people are needing and calling upon Allah all the time. Think about whose door has been knocked always. It's Allah, right? If you just go to Hajj or Umrah and you just look around you and see the amount of people are just making dua, that's so incredible. It just gives you goosebumps to see that all these people are making dua all at the same time, and As-Samad hears them. Allah hears them. That's just in one location. Now, if we're looking at across the world, how many people are making and are calling on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all at the same time? As-Samad, and He's As-Sami'a, the one that hears everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named Himself this beautiful name to remind us dunya is filled with lots of hardships, filled with lots of tests. So come running to me. Come and lean upon me. I'm here for you. This name brings us so much comfort. So if you're going through a hardship right now or a test that feels impossible, run to As-Samad, beg him for his help, and say the beautiful dua of Musa alayhi salam. If you love today's name, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or YouTube and tell me what you're loving and resonating from this name. And until tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد